Hey, this is Okay, back again, drawing another panel from Tales from the Crypt Keeper Halloween Edition 2017. You can see here we've got a penciled page, and I will be inking this panel today. Let's see. Pre-order is now available on this comic. With that pre-order, you see 7 pages, and there will be a total of 15 pages in the comic. I'm working on page 10 right here, and if you are ever curious about the status or progress on a comic, you can check out my DeviantArt profile page. You just hop over there. The first text down there under my Deviant ID is Q for work in progress, and that'll just show you that right here, I'm working on page 8 on the colors, on page 13 with pencils, and I'm on page 10 with the inks. And that is what I'm doing right now, page 10. Let's see. You can also check out the preview or the pre-order for Tales from the Crypt Keeper. There's going to be a link in the description below if you want to go over there and check it out. It'll be quick access to my DeviantArt profile page and the pre-order for this comic. All right. This page right now, I'm doing a little peeking through the bushes with this character. She's peering behind some shrubbery. And let's see, she's going to see this little thing down there. If you've been doing my contest and following me, you know exactly what this is over here. But I'll leave it as a surprise if you don't. Let's see, I'm not quite sure how I'm gonna ink these bushes. These are all bushes right here, the shrubbery, and I'm not quite sure how I'm gonna ink it. I've penciled it in right there. You can see it's kind of dark, and I don't really know how I'm gonna do it. Maybe drew an outline and just kind of color all the insides. Let's see, first I'm just gonna get her face out of the way. Let's see, nose right here. She's gonna be shocked, so we're doing like a real surprised expression. Let's see, we'll make sure those pupils are small, and there's a big reflection in the eye. Not quite circular. To make sure those eyes looked really wide and surprised. Let's see. This one is a little bigger than this one. Okay. Eyelashes. It is November 10th, and I don't know about you, but I am doing No Shave November. I started way back in mid-October when I got the shingles, and it hurt like crazy to shave, so I just said I'm not going to do that for a while. Start No Shave November a little early. And yeah, I've got a full beard going on right now. It's about 2 inches of progress so far, and I can't wait to cut it off. Let's see, another thing in November, I always like to pay a lot close attention to what movies or shows are on Netflix every month. And this month, I guess my recommendations for movies to watch in November on Netflix would be, let's see, first movie would be The Invitation. Second movie would be Gerald's Game. The Invitation and Gerald's Game are both thrillers. They're a little bit scary. They're just really intense, and I love it. They're both really good movies. I recommend watching both of them. You can watch it by yourself or with friends, anybody you can watch it with. Let's see, Gerald's Game would be a weird one to watch with your parents. But I guess you could probably watch The Invitation with your parents. Not that a lot of people out there are watching movies with their parents, but just in case, it'll help you know what kind of movies they are. Very good thrillers. All right, working on some hair here. let's see. I've also been thinking about what's going to be coming next after I finish. Well, that's not the right place. What comes next after I finish this comic? I know some of you guys might watch these videos, curious as to what's going on, what the plans are, what the inside scoop is. I am going to be maybe accepting 1 or 2 commissions depending on what the schedule is like. Back in, I guess, let's see, September, I was trying to get a surgery done and insurance would not pay for it. So it ended up not happening, and then I got shingles, and nothing happened to it for a while because I was just kind of out for the count. Couldn't do much with that disease. So now we've tried to get back on top of the surgery. That might come into play and kind of affect my schedule, kind of affect the plans for the future. Let's see, but if all goes well, I'll take 1 or 2 commissions after I finish this comic. I will then move forward with the rest of the Tales from the Crypt Keeper comic and finish the two other stories that we had voted on in the poll. That was something like the spiritual transfer, working title still pending, but the other one was Ladies Night or Dangerous Diaper. Not really sure what it will end up being called, but I think it's going to be called Ladies Night. Still kind of playing around with that, and we'll know more once we get into it. But those were 2 more stories that are going to go into the Tales from the Crypt Keeper series. They are kind of scary. Well, one of them is definitely like a scary movie, the transfer one, and I'm excited to work on that one. The other one is based on a commission, kind of an idea for a commission, and it is about 2 strippers, and I've done a video a long time ago starting to ink that, and then when plans changed, that kind of got pushed back. So we'll continue work on that and finish up this comic, and then after Tales we'll probably start working on the final issue of Blue Planet, issue 3, and close the year out with that. Or it might already be over once I finish the Tales comic, so probably start the year with the end of Blue Planets. Yeah, and I am really excited about Blue Planet. If you remember, at the end of issue 2, it talks about the tree, and so we've kind of left you not knowing what happens after the rest of the crew is getting captured and taken to the tree. What is the tree, and where are they? What will happen to them when they get taken to the tree? I don't know. But yeah, so that is the plan for upcoming comics and commissions. I have not been able to do a lot of commissions this past year. Cigna Research, tell us how we did. You suck. You did terrible. Go away. Yeah, that's my insurance. There was in my scary movie binge in October, I watched the Saw movies, and one of the Saw movies, I think it's like Saw 4 or Saw 5, the movie is dedicated to insurance people, and I have to say, I think that was my favorite Saw, even though the story, it was a pretty bad story. I think Saw 1 is the best Saw by far, but yeah, I kind of enjoyed watching that one about the insurance, because I've had so many problems. Where is that? I was looking for this history thing. Okay. Yeah, they've given me so many problems and have been such a freaking headache. I kind of hate insurance people. I've never had such bad insurance. And the thing is, like, when the Affordable Care Act, that, you know, Obamacare, when Obamacare first started, it was great. You know, slowly it's been getting worse and worse. It means a lot to me because I am self-employed and I have pre-existing conditions. So, you know, without the Obamacare, I would not have the ability to be self-employed because health insurance is so important to me. I could not live without my health insurance. So that's my dilemma, you know, bad insurance choices because I'm self-employed. If I work for a company, they give better insurance, which kind of isn't fair, I don't think. But I've also been very tempted to move to Canada. And if things get worse, I will be moving to Canada. I've already decided that. Yeah. So, anyways, on to happier subjects. Recently, I have this collection of figures, and they're like these nice 12-inch figures and stuff. I don't collect statues, I collect figures. I just like being able to pose them. And let's see, the other day I got NECA's 6-inch scale Michelangelo in the mail, and I have to say I love these Ninja Turtles. The NECA 6-scale Ninja Turtles are so awesome. I'm a huge fan of these things. I'm almost complete with my collection. I've got to get Raphael in disguise, but for figures, they're at a pretty good price. And if you haven't seen these guys yet and you're a fan of the Turtles, go ahead and just Google NECA 6-inch scale Ninja Turtles, because they're awesome. I love them, and they're huge. They're some of my favorite figures actually now. Let's see. Let's get this ear overlapping. All right, looking good. And let's rotate the page here. Yeah, and I also collect figures from Sideshow and Hot Toys. And I've got a Harley Quinn recently added to the collection from Suicide Squad. You know, a Suicide Squad movie, I think that movie really sucks. But I do think that Harley Quinn is the best thing that came out of that movie. I'm a fan of the Harley Quinn comics and just the character in general. And yeah, so I love the figure that came out of it. She's doing this really wide smile, and it's just a cool figure. That's the Hot Toys and Sideshow Harley Quinn from Suicide Squad, and she looks cool. I'm thinking about getting a video camera or some kind of webcam for these videos coming up in Christmas. It'll be like my Christmas present to myself, and that way I'll have a little bit more going on in these videos. Maybe you can feel a little more personal with them. You can actually see my face or see my desk or my environment. I have an old webcam or an old video camera that doesn't work anymore. It'll record, and then when I try to bring it over onto the computer, it's just black. So it also is the reason why my sound card stopped working, because it short-circuited one of the motherboards or something. But anyway, that's my old computer. This computer is doing much better, and I don't want to mess it up. So time for a new video camera. All right, so this has been an inking from page 10 of Tales from the Crypt Keeper, Halloween 10. Halloween edition 2017. So we've got some more inking, so look for more videos in the future. Subscribe if you want instant notifications of when I upload a video. Usually it's going to be going on at 9 o'clock in the morning. So if you want to see more, hit that like button, subscribe, visit me over on DA. There's a link down in the description, and I will catch you later.